Welcome to the PSI2 DVD, free with issue 22. This issue we've got reviews of Commandos 2, Prisoner of War, Fireblade and more. In our preview section you can check out Time Splitters 2, the E3 footage of Colin McRae 3, Mortal Kombat and the light gun blaster Dino Stalker. And to wet your whistle for the rest of the summer, we've got some great new movie trailers, a big compo and some top gadgets. Enjoy the DVD. Welcome to the PSI2 DVD. This disc is double-sided, giving PSI2 double the power of other PlayStation 2 magazines. You're now watching the DVD side of your disc, which is packed with high-quality footage of video games in action, DVD movie trailers, music, and much, much more for you to enjoy. When you're done with the DVD, eject the disc, turn it over and place it printed side down so you can access powerful cheats that can be activated at the press of a button. Use up and down on your direction pad to scroll through the list of cheats and press X on your controller to toggle the cheats on and off. Once you're happy with your selection, press the start button on your controller. Your PlayStation 2 CD tray will pop out, swap the PSI2 disc for your game disc, push the tray back in and press X on your controller to start the game with your chosen cheats enabled. That's all there is to it. Now you can become invincible thanks to PSI2 and Daytel, the makers of the Action Replay 2 version 2 system. Stay tuned to enjoy your action-packed PSI2 DVD. Welcome to the PSI2 DVD. This disc is double-sided, giving PSI2 double the power of other PlayStation 2 magazines. You're now watching the DVD side of your disc, which is packed with high-quality footage of video games in action, DVD movie trailers, music, and much, much more for you to enjoy. When you're done with the DVD, eject the disc, turn it over and place it printed side down so you can access powerful cheats that can be activated at the press of a button. Use up and down on your direction pad to scroll through the list of cheats and press X on your controller to toggle the cheats on and off. Once you're happy with your selection, press the start button on your controller. Your PlayStation 2 CD tray will pop out, swap the PSI2 disc for your game disc, push the tray back in and press X on your controller to start the game with your chosen cheats enabled. That's all there is to it. Now you can become invincible thanks to PSI2 and Daytel, the makers of the Action Replay 2 version 2 system. Stay tuned to enjoy your action-packed PSI2 DVD.
Action Replay 2 V2 is the all-in-one gaming solution for PlayStation 2, giving you the power to beat even the toughest games and much, much more. Action Replay 2 V2 is Britain's best-selling cheat product, and it's crammed full of incredible features to enhance your gaming, including thousands of PlayStation 2 cheat codes. Now you can beat almost any PlayStation 2 game, including Metal Gear Solid 2. A powerful movie player that allows you to play DVD movies from any region on your PS2. Now there's no excuse for missing out on the latest Hollywood blockbusters. Action Replay 2 V2 even has the power to remove the annoying green screen effect you normally get when trying to watch DVD movies on a PlayStation 2 via RGB or SCART. A sophisticated memory card manager that can free up more memory card space by shrinking the size of your game saves. A bonus CD packed with thousands of cheats for PlayStation 1 games. And support for a range of exciting add-ons to help you get the most out of your gaming. Action Replay 2 V2 is easy to use. Simply choose your game from the on-screen menu, select the cheats you need, then load up your game and take control of the action. Activate powerful cheats such as infinite health, extra ammo, skip levels, unlimited cash, have all weapons, and much, much more. Only Action Replay 2 V2 can let you play all the way through to the end, so you don't miss a thing. This essential gaming gadget comes preloaded with thousands of exclusive cheats, covering nearly every PlayStation 2 game. New codes for the latest games are available in PSI2 magazine every month. Action Replay 2 V2 stores all your new codes on its own special cartridge. No memory card is required. Action Replay 2 V2 is the ultimate video game enhancer, giving you the freedom to play PlayStation 2 games and watch DVD movies the way you want. Action Replay 2 V2 is available from all good game stores, including Electronics Boutique, Game and HMV. Or buy online from www.codejunkies.com.
I'm not hiring you because of your brother. I'm giving you a shot because I hear you're good. Must be in the blood, eh? Now, drive.
feel so numb, yeah! Back in the sun, what have I done? I feel so bad, I feel so numb, yeah. Back in the sun, what have I done? I feel so good, I feel so numb, yeah. Where do I run? What have I done? I feel so bad, I feel so numb, yeah. Where do I run? What have I done? I feel so good, I feel so numb, yeah. What you got? What you got? What you got coming? What you got? What you got? What you got? Time on the drums, better yet, here we come. Music back, what you done, you can talk, telling, but ready or not, find out someone if you dare start running out, but you're gonna get just what you got coming, bring it, you're gonna get just what you got, you're gonna get just what you got, you're gonna get just what you got, you're gonna get just what you got. What you got coming?
Yes. Oh. It's alive! It's alive! Oh, crap.
jumping in a freaky flying plane. It's more than just a game. It's time for brainy zany, get totally insane in the freaky flying game. You'll see that everyone is insane when you know them all by name. They're wacky, pretty loony. This is screwy, cartoony. It's a freaky flyer game.
This is the police. Drop all your weapons. not be tolerated. You have been warned.
Using the excuse of the Lord of the Rings games coming out at Christmas, we've teamed up with Entertainment in Video to put together a great Lord of the Rings prize package to mark the DVD release of the film on August the 6th. 10 winners will each receive The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring on DVD, the soundtrack CD, a special edition jacket, a t-shirt and a watch. What more could you want? Just answer this question. Who was the main character played in the movie by Elijah Wood? A. Mrs. Miggins, B. Frida Wiggins, or C. Frodo Baggins? If you think you know the answer, call now on 09064 701 722. Calls cost 60 pence per minute at all times, so make sure you get permission from the bill payer first. You'll be asked to select your answer and leave your name and address. Lines will close at midnight on August 18th, 2002. Winners will be drawn at random and announced on the Code Junkies website at www.codejunkies.com.
Buy the new limited edition version of the UK's best-selling cheat system and you get a PlayStation 2 8MB memory card for just £39.99. You can own the all-singing, all-dancing Action Replay 2 V2, plus Datel's new 8MB memory card, which would cost you £19.99 on its own. Action Replay 2 V2 includes loads of totally unauthorised cheats for nearly every PlayStation 2 game and can be updated with new cheats for the latest games. Action Replay 2 V2 also turns your PlayStation 2 into a multi-region DVD player with a fully functional built-in version of DVD Region X worth £19.99. And if that isn't enough, you also get a bonus disc containing thousands of PS1 codes. The limited edition Action Replay 2 V2 memory card features 8 megabytes of true uncompressed memory and is ideal for storing your game saves. Using Action Replay 2 V2's Memory Manager feature, you can shrink the size of your game saves to free up more space. Action Replay 2 V2 is fantastic value for money, so make sure you get your copy today. It's available at all good game stores, including Electronics Boutique, Game and HMV. Or order online from www.codejunkies.com. Ever wished you could watch the Hollywood hits of tomorrow, today? Well, now you can. DVD Region X lets you watch any region DVD movie on your PlayStation 2, so at last you can watch the very latest releases from the USA or anywhere else in the world. DVD Region X is easy to use. It comes on a CD, so you don't need to make any complicated alterations to your PlayStation 2's hardware. Simply load the CD and choose your region. Easy! Have you ever tried watching a DVD movie on your PlayStation 2 using a SCART or RGB cable? If you have, you'll have experienced that annoying green screen effect that makes it impossible to watch your movie. DVD Region X lets you watch any DVD movie through a SCART or RGB lead in full colour. At last, you can watch your DVD movies with the best picture quality possible. DVD Region X is a fantastic product that will turn your PlayStation 2 into a true home cinema. But don't just take our word for it. This best-selling product has received rave reviews in the press, as you can see on your screen. DVD Region X is an essential purchase for movie buffs everywhere. And best of all, it's only £19.99. That's right, you can have the ultimate cinematic experience in your own home for just £19.99. DVD Region X is available from all good games retailers, including HMV and Virgin. Or you can order online from www.codejunkies.com/shop. Got an Action Replay 2 V2? Want a faster way of entering new cheat codes into your system? Then you need a USB keyboard. It's the fastest way of inputting new cheat codes into your Action Replay 2 V2. It even has pre-programmed hotkeys, acting as shortcuts to the most common functions in Action Replay 2 V2. Daytel's USB keyboard is full-size and has been specially designed for use with a PlayStation 2. You can even use it as a game controller on compatible titles, including Half-Life and Unreal Tournament. Treat yourself to a USB keyboard today. You'll be glad you did. You can buy the USB keyboard from HMV, Game and Electronics Boutique. Mega Memory 16 is a massive 16 megabyte memory card for PlayStation 2. That's twice the capacity of a regular 8 megabyte memory card for the same price. When used with the bundled software, Mega Memory 16's capacity increases fivefold to a massive 80 megabytes. Mega Memory 16 is available now from all good gaming outlets, including HMV, Virgin and WH Smith. Get creative with Export V2, the total game save system from Daytel. Export V2 lets you exchange PlayStation 2 game saves via the internet. Download brand new skate parks for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. Watch the very best replays from Gran Turismo 3. Get updated team lineups for Pro Evolution Soccer. Now you can prove you're the best gamer by sharing your game saves with the whole world. Visit www.codejunkies.com and you can download game saves specially created by the team that brought you Action Replay 2 V2, the world's best-selling cheat system. These custom-built saves are packed with game-busting cheats, allowing you to unlock all levels, all characters, all vehicles, and lots more. Export V2 is a breeze to use. All you need is a PlayStation 2 and an internet-enabled PC. Even if you don't have internet access, you can still use your PC as a massive memory card to store thousands of game saves. Export V2 is also the ideal companion for Action Replay 2 V2, allowing you to download the latest PlayStation 2 cheat codes and game saves direct to your Action Replay 2 V2 via an internet-enabled PC. Using Export V2, you can even email your favorite cheat codes to your friends. Export V2 is available now from all good game stores, including HMV, or order online from www.codejunkies.com. DVD Advantage is the ultimate movie solution for PlayStation 2. So, what's in the box? A DVD remote controller to control DVD movies through your PS2 without the need for a joypad. DVD Region X, the powerful software solution that enables you to view DVD movies from any region of the world on your European console, with no hardware modification required. Plus, an RGB SCART cable to optimize the reproduction of your games and movies on screen. DVD Advantage is the total entertainment enhancer. DVD Advantage is available now from all good video gaming retailers, priced at £19.99, or order online from www.codejunkies.com.
Warning, the following motion picture is so exhilarating, it can only be seen in IMAX theaters and other large format cinemas.
I've had my fair share of injuries, over 26 broken bones, dislocated spinal column, multiple hip fractures, internal bleeding, 9 concussions, 8 operations.
Been in a coma, I flatlined twice.
I'm here punishing myself some more.
The games are intense.
The X Games is the biggest event in any extreme sport.
The athletes are fearless.
It takes a lot of technique and a lot of skill to be able to do the stuff we're doing.
And their stories can only be captured on a screen that's 10 stories tall.
They're all tweets. They've all got issues.
Hardcore. The only degree I have is anger management.
Touchstone Pictures and ESPN invite you to experience the ultimate thrill, the ultimate style.
This guy's crazy, you know? What else can I say?
And the ultimate rush. Ultimate X. Exclusively in IMAX theaters and large format cinemas worldwide.
Jacob Hayes. I'm Officer Oakes. We need your help, Mr. Hayes. Just before he was killed, a brother was working on something with us.
My twin brother was CIA?
Yeah, he was. So we need you to stand in for him.
How much?
Throw out a number.
$50,000. Tax-free.
$25,000.
Unless my mother had triplets, you're gonna give me $50,000. So when do we start?
Now.
Jake Hayes has just been recruited by the CIA.
Isn't this fun?
But when it comes to being a secret agent...
Yeah!
Is that rap?
Yes.
It's horrible.
Nobody is badder. Anthony Hopkins.
Out of the way! You're James Bond! Shoot the tires out!
Chris Rock.
Fish egg?
Party's over.
Party's just started. As soon as y'all leave, I'm gonna have my ass bucked.
The future of the free world may rest in this young man's hands.
You do whatever it takes to serve your country.
Give me a towel.
Bad Company. When the out of this world gets out of control, there's only one government agency we can turn to.
This package is in clear violation of Section 3.1 of the United States Postal Code. Next!
Okay, straight to the point. You are a former agent of a top-secret organization that monitors extraterrestrials on Earth.
Hey! You're back! Hey, somebody said you were dead. You look good.
This millennium. How you hanging? Get ready to take the ride.
Thanks for bringing me back.
No problem.
Men in Black 2.
Up in.
Secto standard?
Actually, it came with a black dude, but he kept getting pulled over.
It's time to play rollerball!
It's the world's #1 phenomenon.
I created a sport that you could thrive in.
And 3 players rule the game.
On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Jonathan Cross, leading scorer.
Gotta catch me first.
Aurora, the Black Widow.
Just get out of my way.
Marcus Ridley, hardcore.
We play, we win.
Come on!
He's the angriest man in the game.
It was only a matter of time before one of these creeps realized that their tape would go up as soon as they got a little blood on the track.
Oof. Now, the world's most dangerous game.
Have you thought about the girl? People disappear all the time.
Will become deadly. And the only chance they have...
What's it gonna be? Us or them?
...is to fight back.
Get out of the car! They're going to kill you!
Grab hold! We'll deal with this on the track ourselves.
This may be getting out of hand. Maybe we should call the whole thing off.
No.
Rollerball. In the next 24 hours, you will learn about the streets, about the choices that will force a dedicated cop over the edge, all in the name of good. In the next 24 hours, the only thing more dangerous than the line being crossed
Today's a training day, Officer Hoy. It's your chance to give you a little taste of reality. You think you can handle it?
is the cop who has crossed it.
I will do anything you want me to do.
Will you? We'll see. If I was a dealer, you'd be dead by now. They build jails because of me. Judges have handed out over 15,000 man-years of incarceration time based on my investigation. You got today, and today only, to show me who and what you're made of. You hear me? That's it. That's what I'm talking about. First day on the job, you hit a $3 million seizure.
Police officer! Get away from the girl!
No. We're not racking up arrests today.
You let him go, right?
Is that not justice?
That's street justice.
What's wrong with street justice?
Oh, what? Just let the animals wipe themselves out.
God willing.
It can't be like this.
Open your eyes. Can't you see? Police, we got a search warrant.
Man, I didn't sign up for this.
You think I'm crazy, right?
You got the money?
It's an easy fix.
You know what you're doing, son.
We communicate and talk to me. Say it. I think you're a road cop. Learned a lot of things on these streets, boy. Good things and bad things, too.
I'm the police! King Kong ain't got nothing on me!
You never know. That's the point. It's gonna have to be a nice day, huh? It'll get darker. Guarantee you that.
Deep in the heart of every culture lives a legend that will not die. For it is told of an enchanted mountain whose dark and vengeful spirit possesses the power to destroy all mankind. But now the courage of one man must rise to uncover the only weapon on Earth with the power to bring about its destruction. Now restored and remastered for the first time, Hong Kong Legends invites you to experience the fantasy adventure which inspired a generation. Warriors from the Magic Mountain.
Excuse me. Can you help me, please?
Last Norman?
Yes.
2 blocks this way, 1 block that way, to the left. And you're right there.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Thank you, Nick.
I'm Max's guy in the customs house.
24 guards.
This is a very big payoff for very acceptable risks.
$30 million.
9 video cameras.
All right. Paint me a picture.
We got floor plans. I got security completely wrapped around my finger.
Sorry.
4 alarm systems.
I can handle the system in there if someone else can break into this box.
After this, no more jobs. This is the last one I'm doing. I'm quitting.
How many times you told me that in 25 years?
All to protect a safe that has never been cracked.
You gotta admit that this kid did a pretty good show.
Thank you.
I run this operation down to the smallest detail. If I think for 1 second you're not living up to your end of it, or if you hold out on me in any way, I walk. Understood?
That doesn't work for me. I've done this down to the last detail. Don't put me on the sideline when it's time to collect. Don't do it.
It's a dangerous game you're playing here. Are we clear?
Yeah, we're clear. I'll take some respect from you for starters. How about that?
Mandalay Pictures presents.
Who's this?
Cousin.
Cousin. That's my cousin. So we've all got family here, which is nice.
In 25 years, I've never worked with a gun, and I'm not going to start now. Next time, don't bring a gun.
Robert De Niro, Edward Norton, Angela Bassett, and Marlon Brando.
Can you get me the bypass codes?
You want to talk, or you want to see what I got? Got it.
It will take all of them to get it.
Tick-tock.
But only one will keep it.
Do you think I'm stupid? Do you think I don't see what you and Max are doing?
When did you start thinking you were better than me?
You trying to talk me into taking a sucker's share on a score that I set up from the beginning.
This whole game is one big long shot. And if you don't have the discipline to stay away from the gambles, then one day you will go down. It's inevitable.
You want me to list the ways I can burn you? We either work this out right now, or I will take you down.
V-Rally 3 shrugged off our early worries to become a strong contender for Rally Game of the Year. Now we go behind the scenes with Eden Studios to look at just how they made it.
So it all started in 1997 with the first V-Rally on PlayStation. After the success of the first V-Rally, we've developed a second version, which was called V-Rally 2, trying to improve every section of the original game. While on the second version, it was more and more things, more cars, more tracks, more game modes. On the third one, because we've changed the platform and we're working now on PlayStation 2, it was for us a good opportunity to work on concentrate on details and quality rather than quantity.
We were often frustrated by the lack of power in the first PlayStation, and also all the ideas that we didn't have time to develop before have now been integrated into V-Rally 3 from the design stage up.
You will see a lot of attention to details, a lot of animations.
From the start, the key word in V-Rally, the primary goal we set ourselves, was to completely immerse the player in the world of the rally.
We wanted the game to be more a simulation rather than an arcade game. Now let's have a look closer to the making of V-Rally. So I welcome you in our studio to meet all the developers responsible for this new V-Rally 3. Hope you will enjoy.
So that V-Rally 3 would be as realistic as possible, we based our work on detailed documentation, digital images and videos that we collected by going to rallies or by working with a professional photographer. We're working on 6 countries, 4 circuits per country, so you can imagine the huge effort required to capture and convey the atmosphere of the cold of Sweden and the heat of Kenya. With Eden's first projects, the approach was to assemble blocks together, each one mapped and textured. This method had a lot going for it because it allowed us to edit the tracks very quickly. Unfortunately, it also ruled out certain camera angles and shots of the landscapes in the distance, both of which are now possible on the PlayStation 2. The new technique we've developed lets us start with blank mesh, which we can model any way we like before handing it over to the designer. This gives the graphic artist the widest latitude possible to create each of the sections of the road. The result is that a section of track in V-Rally 3 is often different in every aspect from the section that follows. Some of the rallies have a special character. England winds along, Finland is extremely fast, and Kenya is a volatile mix of chaos and speed. In fact, for Corsica, I took along a camera afterwards and I had a great time trying to interpret every left 50, right 50 of the navigator into an element of the game to give the tracks that rhythm that makes the driver want to go further. Because if you don't have that, you're just along for the ride and you're not playing a rally game, you're playing Wipeout, you're just cruising, and that's not fun.
Sur V-Rally 3, nous avons des pistes exceptionnellement longues.
V-Rally 3 has exceptionally long tracks, anywhere from 6 to 7 kilometers. The track is divided into 500-meter sections, and you'll see in 2 sections in front and 1 behind, a total of 1,500 meters or 50,000 polygons on the screen at any one time. Now you have 1 kilometer of track stretching out ahead, and you're surrounded by 3D mountains that we've put 3 to 4 kilometers away, giving you this great effect of depth of field.
C'est fait vraiment de champ de vision et de profondeur.
I want people to be able to stop on the track without having to compete, so they can sit themselves down without any problem as if they're out on a picnic, simply because this spot is beautiful and there's nothing like it on the other 6 or 7 kilometers. When you get the plans back from the constructors and you begin to model, you realize that there are a lot of elements which only become apparent when you see the car in the flesh, so to speak. That means you sometimes have to go to real rallies to actually see the cars, how they're built, the details, the headlights. It's this attention to detail that's going to make this game stand apart from other games. One of our cars weighs in at 20,000 polygons, which is unheard of and simply impossible for most other games.
A lot of details and attention has been spent on animations. We wanted the tracks to be more detailed and more realistic than they used to be. So, for example, in Kenya, you will see a lot of animals around the tracks that are just living their life.
You might be seized by a sudden impulse to run one of the animals over. But if so, it will jump with surprise to avoid being roadkill and to make sure this remains a purely driving game. Here you have a texture with fallen leaves. You'll see that when you pass over this texture, it'll generate individual leaves behind you. And doesn't it do it well?
100, 3 left, 3 right, 50, 4 right.
The drivers and the co-driver are fully animated in the car, but also outside of the car. You will see a lot of public along the roads, and that makes the game much more realistic than it used to be.
It's fair to say that the sound of the V-Rally series was little more than an afterthought up to now. It's only natural that we wanted to bring it up to par with the rest of this great game. The idea was to make use of samples of real cars speeding along the track. In the past, the sample was looped and the pitch was varied to correspond to the speed of the car. We took another approach this time. We began by analyzing the sound spectrum. We use an algorithm that readjusts the equalizer functions in real time. I honestly think we'll be the first to launch this new technology.
150, 3 right.
Chaque info de copilotage sera en fait
Every piece of information from the co-driver will be a scripted event located on the circuit, allowing us to time the co-driver's announcements to within a meter or less.
de régler les annonces de copilotage.
At the finish line, the co-driver will make a few brief remarks depending on the driver's results. During every recording session, we'll ask the co-driver to play some of the key circuits, which will contain the entire set of obstacles or announcements included at that level of the game. And we'll ask their advice on the pace notes of V-Rally 3's tracks.
Conseil vis-à-vis du repérage des pistes de V-Rally 3.
Open hairpin left, 3 left and 4 right. Left hairpin, left tight, 4 left, tight hairpin left. 50, 5 right. 100, tight hairpin right.
This is our first game for the PlayStation 2, so we were obliged to rewrite the 3D engine, as naturally the one from the first PlayStation would not work. We reprogrammed everything, which allows us to achieve the speed effects we want, the effects of passing objects at speed, for example. Every tyre has a specific type of traction. If, for example, you're in Sweden and you choose asphalt tyres, you take off into the game, what do you know? No traction. Traction will be taken into account in all the game dynamics. Animations will be integrated into every track, or we like to call them smackable objects. These are all the objects which are going to be knocked down, such as panels, the safety rails which will become deformed, dustbins which will go flying or even explode. All objects which could conceivably be knocked down by a car travelling at a given speed. We still manage to drop in some nasty traps here and there. You drive up, you jump, and you land 50 meters below.
We wanted for the player to feel like he's a real driver. So not only racing a car on a track, but also living everything that is around the races.
V-Rally's big innovation is what we call the V-Rally mode.
You have to negotiate a contract for the next season, to choose the best team, to choose the best mechanics, and also to set up your car for a particular rally. The drivers and the co-driver are fully animated outside of the car, when they get in, get out of the car, when they talk to their manager. We've represented a full service area with all the teams, all the cars, all the mechanics, and everybody is animated around the car, and that makes the thing good.
When the driver arrives at the rally, they already have a fixed objective, a goal. Either they do well and the team manager congratulates them, or they are behind after the first stage and they'll be given the third degree. And there could be a lot of mechanical problems to fix and only minutes to do it in. All that is part of a true rally. I believe we're the first to faithfully represent this aspect of the sport, the stress during both the race and in the repairs and adjustments.
Des réparations et des réglages.
In V-Rally mode, depending on the stages, there will be progressive changes based upon the weather forecast and the time of day.
Up to V-Rally 3, it was more like a car on the road, and sometimes something around that, but very few scene around that. And we think that today we have a more mature game, something more rewarding for the player.
Welcome to the crazy world of AR2V2, where we show you there's much more than just infinite ammunition to Daytale's best-selling cheap device. This month we take a look at some hilarious modifications for Knockout Kings 2002 and Spider-Man the movie.
Do you want to find out what's new and what's cool? Then make sure you buy Rated magazine every month. We rate absolutely everything that you could possibly want. Rated is loaded with mouth-watering girls, gotta have games and gadgets, interviews with the coolest celebrities and top sports personalities, plus movie reviews, superb special offers, cracking car reviews, mobile phones, and more girls. If it's not in Rated, it's not worth knowing about. Every issue of Rated comes with an exclusive free DVD that's jam-packed with footage of our model shoots, brand new movie trailers, top games in action, and more. Rated TV has it all. Rated. Love it or hate it, we rate it. Reserve your copy now. Available from all good newsagents.
Hold on to your fighting claws, everyone. This is the first gameplay trailer from Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, the next generation revival of this venerable fighting franchise. It's been a while since the last outing for the brutal battlers of the MK series, and they were starting to look a little tired, but Midway has high hopes for this title, believing it can revolutionize the fighting genre. There's a new fighting system, new finishing moves, new characters, and the return of some old favorites like Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Raiden, and Sonya. Keep an eye on future issues of PSI2 for our first play of the fighting game everyone wants to see.
Get over here!
Fasten your harness and we'll get going with Colin McRae 3. This is the rally game that all other entrants on the PS2 have to beat. Judging by the footage, the game looks the part, although this footage is probably taken from the replay mode and the main game might not be quite as smooth and shiny. However, the car is made up of 14,000 polygons, so it's got every chance of looking stunning. What is clear is that the crashes will be spectacular. We've never seen crashes that look so realistic, and the real-time damage will come into play as you attempt to win the rallies in the game. This time around, you'll play as Colin McRae and attempt to make the most of a 3-year contract with the Ford team. You'll be able to slip on his flame-retardant suit and handbrake turn all the way to victory in September. It's amazing that after all this time a sniper rifle can still thrill. The joy of zooming in, waiting, and then squeezing the trigger is still enormous. But TimeSplitters 2 doesn't just deliver with sniping techniques. The whole thing is so highly polished that it puts other recent first-person shooters to shame. It isn't a PC port shoveled onto a console, it's a console game crafted with expertise and most probably a whole lot of sweaty obsession. To succeed with TimeSplitters 2, you need to take care and make the headshots count. You'll also need to be careful with the ammo too. When the special forces arrive, you'll be cursing the fact that you used the assault shotgun ammo to make heads roll across the floor. You can do frivolous things to see the delights of the game design, but you'll pay the price. Not only is the game well structured and thought out, it's also full of detail like ricocheting bullets, the tack-tack-tack sound of bouncing grenades, and bullet trails zipping past with a VIP. Graphically, TimeSplitters 2 has a slightly cartoonish style to the characters, and it's all the better for it. Stylized characters make for a more unique look and help it stand out from the crowd. On the level we've played, in Siberia, the graphics are rich and there's no frame rate problems. Let's hope the full version is as polished. Believe us, this game is going to be huge in all respects, and when you consider the proposed online multiplayer gameplay and the map editor that will be included, TimeSplitters 2 is sure to be one hell of a game experience. Talk about a bad day at the office. Our hero, Mike Wyatt, has just been shot down over the Atlantic Ocean. He was probably prepared for it, as it's 1943 and he's a colonel in the US Air Force. He probably wasn't prepared to parachute into an unfamiliar jungle, complete with a strange new weapon, and find himself surrounded by dinosaurs. What's happening? He doesn't know, but we do. It's all some horrible time travel cock-up, and it's down to our Mike, with the help of some shadowy characters, to return the time-space continuum to normal. He does this by shooting lots of dinosaurs. Clever fellow. Okay, the plot's not up to much, but Dino Stalker has the potential to be one of the best light gun games available for the PS2. For a start, the gameplay will feature 3 different types of shots, unusual for this genre. You've got your standard single shot, and this can be boosted by pickups that double its stopping power. Then you have the sniper shot. Tactically, this will be very useful, as you can splat the dinosaurs before they even see you, most of the time anyway. The final type of shot is the special weapon. There seems to be plenty of these in the game, and they aren't hard to find. However, you can only hold one at a time, so you'll need to make sure that you only pick up the ones that you think will be useful. There seems to be a mix of environments and a surprising amount of freedom in where you can go. Some sections are on rails, but most of the game takes place in open areas where you can choose your own route, which makes a change for this type of game. Dino Stalker is fast, the dinosaurs are aggressive and ruthless, and there promises to be plenty of gameplay. PSI2 is really looking forward to this one. Not content with bringing you an exclusive first look at RoboCop in the mag this issue, we also have exclusive footage. RoboCop is the highly anticipated first-person shooter from Titus that promises to give everyone's favourite cyborg cop the game he deserves after 15 years. There can't be a more telling representation of a dystopian future than RoboCop, and the game has managed to capture some of the darkness and the humour of the original classic movie. You'll play RoboCop himself, a cyborg cop that uses a former policeman, Alex Murphy, for his flesh and blood components. Over 50 missions will protect the innocent and uphold the law, while dealing out ruthless justice to anyone who gets in your way and tries to be a criminal. Sensibly, the producers have chosen a first-person perspective, so this means we'll get the internal messages from RoboCop's cyborg brain that were part of the film's distinctive style. If RoboCop takes too much damage, his vision will be impaired, which will add an extra element of danger to the gameplay and enhance the feel that you really are RoboCop. So sit back and enjoy the footage and read our exclusive report and interview inside the magazine. The film is shaping up to be one of the big summer hits, and if it's half as funny as the first one, then we'll be happy. But what about the game? Well, from this not quite complete code, it looks like we've got some top quality shoot-'em-up action coming to the PS2. A massive prison ship full of alien criminal scum has crash-landed on Earth, and all the aliens have escaped. Naturally, it's up to the 2 best men in black, J and K, to round them up and protect the Earth from the scum of the universe. You'll choose to play as one of the characters, and from a third-person viewpoint, shoot your way through wave after wave of alien bad guys to save the world. Jay, Will Smith's character, is the quicker of the 2, moving around the levels much more swiftly. To balance this, though, he can't carry as much firepower as his slightly slower veteran comrade K. It all depends what kind of gameplay experience you're after. Based on this early code, it looks as though there's enough difference between the 2 characters to make your choice a meaningful one. Both characters will be able to select from a total of 16 weapons, although in traditional shoot-'em-up style, not all of them will be available at the beginning of the game. When you find them, you'll be able to use spreaders, homing weapons and smart bombs amongst others in your arsenal. The deceptively simple gameplay style will, we hope, conceal a fun, entertaining game. There's enough of the film's signature humour here to enhance the experience, and frankly, who among us doesn't like shooting aliens?
troops to pass through.
Traditionally, PC strategy games don't sit particularly well on a console, and by all reckoning, the extra fiddly Commandos 2 should be the latest high-profile casualty of the no man's land between console and computer. Fortunately, it does just about make it to the other side, albeit with a few limbs shot off along the way. Set towards the end of World War II, the game puts you in control of a slowly growing team of the best commandos in the business, each with their own special skills that will be needed to successfully make your way through the levels. Your entire team will need to employ a wide variety of skills to succeed. Swimming, seduction, infiltration, hostage rescue, sneaking, turning sheets into ladders, wire cutting and lockpicking are just some of the challenges on the agenda, and you'll need to beat all of them at some point to succeed. For the most part, the game is a case of sneaking around, taking out enemies and exploring levels. Only when faced with an obstacle of sorts do you need to puzzle out which of the game's many skills you need to employ. The game presents a refreshingly substantial challenge, and Commandos 2 test the player on many levels. However, the sheer number of button combinations you need to remember means that in the heat of the moment, instead of picking off enemies, chances are you'll be fighting the controls. It's unforgiving at times, and the learning curve is really quite steep in the early stages, but it still stands as a worthy antidote to the PS2 game that you complete within hours of buying it. This is not your average tennis game, which is much to Infogram's credit. We've got something a bit different in a genre that was already looking a bit tired. The game does feature some famous names, including Tim Henman, and some normal-looking arenas. These are most prominent in the arcade mode, which is reasonably straightforward. Exhibition and championship modes are also present, which means your traditional gameplay modes for this kind of sport are well catered for. The interesting bits of the game are the challenge modes. They have very little to do with real tennis and are all the better for it. There are 4 game types in this mode, and they involve using your tennis skills to destroy objects, columns, rings, or bubbles to succeed. It's here that you'll have the most fun and see some of the very odd arenas that the game has to offer. Overall, Slam Tennis is playable, features a fun multiplayer mode, and offers some innovation, adding to the traditional tennis gameplay with some highly enjoyable challenge modes. Not quite an ace from Infogrames, but a solid service game nonetheless. Prisoner of War doesn't hang around in letting you know where you stand. Shot down and imprisoned, it's up to you to escape and find out what else the Nazis are up to behind the cover of these prison camps. It's a slow start, but you'll meet a couple of characters and gradually learn the full mixture of skills and knowledge that will be required for progression. To advance, you'll have to do all sorts, including pilfering keys out of guards' barracks, playing a bit of music to raise the morale of your fellow inmates, stealing uniforms, and ultimately make your escape. The game breaks down into 5 missions, set across 3 different locations, including Colditz Castle, and each mission subdivides neatly into a series of objectives. This might not seem the case when you first get going, but ultimately, the game does come down to waiting to find out what your next task is, and then trotting off and doing it. Much of the game is spent sneaking around, watching your radar carefully to make sure you avoid the glare of the guards before quickly performing the required action to move on to the next stage. Thanks to the atmospheric graphics and particularly the sound, it's hard not to be sucked into the game, especially during tension-filled moments where a guard is but feet away trying to trace the noise he's just heard. And you'll be staying deadly silent, hoping he doesn't shine his torch in your direction. These moments show that when Prisoner of War hits top gear, it really is excellent, and when a game is as polished and as professional as this, it's hard to rattle up too many complaints. Not since the days of Airwolf has helicopter action been so popular. First it was Thunderhawk from Eidos, and now it's Fireblade from Midway. You're a rookie pilot for a counter-terrorist organisation, and your whirlybird is packed full of the latest technology. Once you've been through the training mode, you'll be up in the air dealing death and destruction to anybody whose political views don't coincide with those of your team. The chopper's relatively easy to fly, but the default weapon controls aren't as intuitive as we might like. It's all too easy to fire the wrong missile at just the wrong time. You've got a good selection of weapons though: homing missiles, a powerful machine gun, fire and forget rockets, and a sniper mode. Your helicopter also features a stealth mode and night vision for the missions where not being spotted is more important than laying waste to hectares of enemy territory. There's probably not quite enough variety in the missions for this to be an instant classic, nor is the action involving enough. The perspective means enemy targets are relatively tiny, so blowing them up isn't terribly satisfying. We like to be closer to the action. All in all, Fireblade is a competent shoot-'em-up that's been well produced, but somehow doesn't offer enough boom for the bucks you'll be spending.
They are the most powerful ordnance in your standard package. Your fire control system will automatically choose the most appropriate target. But if you want to
The little yellow pill eater has finally pitched up on PS2 in this cute but short platformer which should have a wide appeal. Pac-Man has to rescue some stolen fruit, and to do this he'll have to negotiate 18 levels of platform action, each of which has its own style. The first thing you'll notice is that the game is simple to control, and it's probably the game's strongest point. As you progress through the levels, Pac-Man will learn new abilities, such as swimming and ice skating, so there's no doubt that there's plenty of variety here. Some of the stages feel a little derivative, like we've seen them before in some of the other big-name platform games over the years. It's not the longest of games either. You'll probably complete it within 6 hours, and even the manufacturers reckon there's only 15 hours if you manage to unlock everything. You do get versions of all the old Pac-Man games though, which should please any retro heads out there and adds plenty of value. It won't be a massive hit, but it might create an interesting family dynamic. With the under 6s playing the platform game, will the gaming oldies get all nostalgic for the original, hugely addictive Pac-Man? Ultimately, it's a patchy product.